Last week we did a one-page RPG review or overview, and then a quick 10-minute actual play of Lasers and Feelings. But now you're going to come to us with another one-page RPG called Murder of Crows. So, Cliff.
Yeah, so right. I thought last week we had a lot of fun checking out a one-page RPG. I thought we'd take a look and do a little bit of a sort of a pseudo review, but also a quick playthrough of another one that I ran across that I thought looked like it would be a lot of fun to play on itch.io called A Murder of Crows. If you go on itch.io and search Murder of Crows, there's probably a couple things that'll pop up on there, but you're looking for the one that has the blood splotch on it. This is a one-page RPG, and well, the basic concept, I'll just read from the document itself. It's a hard life, being a corvid in the big city. There's the smog, the cars, the bright lights, the pigeons, the damn cats, and there's all these humans, assholes, every one of them. It's hard enough just scraping by most days, but today is not most days. One of the humans messed with you and yours, caused some real chaos, made your already shitty life even worse. So now they're gonna fucking die. So this is a one-page RPG, and it holds to that one side of one page. So a really simple, clean layout, and I do enjoy the layout on this and the use of color. You've got the text isn't too dense. It's really easy to look at. There's some of the fonts convey just the raw attitude. Little crow foot trail is cute, and then there's the blood splotch, which is right next to the sentence. So now they're gonna fucking die, which is just the only little use of color there. So I do like that. A character creation is really simple. You roll 2 dice and check in each table. There's a weapons one and a scars one. And then you have 2 stats, crow and murder. Use crow to, reading from the document, use it to fly places, imitate speech, open locks, solve simple puzzles, be loud and obnoxious, eat gross stuff, and other things a crow might do. And the other skill is murder. Use it to plot, execute, and cover up a murder. So you start with 3 in each stat, or 4 in one and 2 in the other, and that's how many dice you roll when you do that thing. If you roll you basically roll the dice and take the highest die only. If it's a 6, you did good. A 4 or 5, you need help. A 3 or less, you're in the shit. A couple of other rules based on the sort of classic Counting Crows rhyme. If you ever get 2 ones, 1 for sour, I guess brace yourself. You're really in the shit now. 5 for silver, 6 for gold. So if you get a pair of 5s or 6s, holy shit, something cool and shiny. And 7 for a secret never told. Well, kind of reversing that, I suppose. If you get a 6 and a 1, there's an untold secret. Ask the GM what it is. How the game ends. The game ends once you've found the asshole, killed them, and hidden the body. And then you each go around and describe a human newspaper article about how the murder is reported once the body is eventually found. Or you decide to fuck off and go around and do something else. So you describe what you did and what you learned about the asshole humans, and kind of what you get up to next, I suppose. For the GM adventure tables, there's 4 dice to roll to generate who is the asshole human, what did they do, what are their defenses, and where did they live. And that's it. That's all there is to this document. Pretty simple, fairly straightforward. I do like its fun, irreverent attitude. It's lots of swears, which is, part of the fun, irreverent attitude. And I do like that as a one-page RPG, it's got a simple, straightforward, and focused setting and purpose. You're crows in a city trying to kill a person. What I don't care for as much about this is that there's almost no direction for GMs or players new to RPGs. It never even tells you there's a GM until eventually it says, it kind of mentions that ask the GM what it is on something in passing. And I really liked how Laces and Feelings had just a really short paragraph with some really concise GM advice. So I think with the 3 of us here, we're experienced role players. We kind of know what a GM's supposed to do and how to play a role-playing game. So we don't need that description in here, but I think as someone who loves introducing new people to role-playing games and using a really simple, fun, straightforward concept like a one-page RPG, I don't know. I really personally feel like it's important for one-page RPGs to be accessible to beginners.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, let's play Murder of Crows. I'll be the GM. We're going to play essentially a micro session like we did with Lasers and Feelings last time. We have a time limit in order to kill the human. And I'm going to start a timer here on my end. Give me a moment to pop that up. As we do that, let's have you each create your characters. Who wants to each roll a d6? Tell me what you get, and I'll tell you what your weapon is.
Rolling a d6. I got a 1.
A 1. Your weapon is beak and claws. Lucky you. What about you, Opti?
I got a 6.
You have cunning and know-how. Congratulations. All right, now for your scars. Go ahead and roll another d6, both of you.
3.
You have tattered wings.
Okay.
Opti?
5.
You have a half-plucked tail.
Oh, we suck.
My crow's been rough and tumble.
They plucked half of my tail.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to roll up the other stuff. All right, who is the asshole? I rolled a 4. It is a rich kid. What did they do? I rolled a 1. They fed a huge mob of pigeons. What defenses have they got? I rolled a 4. A heavy briefcase. Where did they live? Number 2, a nice apartment.
Who is this kid?
So yeah, you saw this kid feed a whole mob of pigeons from the briefcase, and now the pigeons are all over the damn place, and you can't get to your food. So before we begin then, are you going to go with 3 for both of your stats? Or are you going to go, are you going to focus on being a crow or being a murderer?
I want to go for 4 and 2.
All right.
I'm going to be the crow.
All right, leaning into crow shit then. Okay, Oz, what about you?
I'll do 3 and 3.
Okay.
I see him I'm seeing wanting to do both.
Okay, so yeah, your crows. Do your crow shit. We got a little under 9 minutes left.
All right. These damn pigeons.
Hey, one of those pigeons was the ones that plucked my feathers. Bunch of fucking pigeons.
Yeah, there's a bunch of pigeons. They're like all bunched up and they're making those cooing sounds and eating stuff. You see the one that plucked your tail. It just looks at you with that pigeon eye. You know it's mocking you. It's got all its friends around it. You can see that rich kid walking towards the apartment building.
Yeah, my crow squawks and just attacks, goes for the jugular. I'm gonna try and eat him. I'm gonna try and peck his neck out.
You're going after the rich kid or one of the pigeons?
Right now, the pigeon for looking at us funny.
Okay. Okay. You go
looking at my friend.
Going right toward the pigeon. I think you're doing a murder thing, so roll your dice for murder.
Yes. Okay, so that means I'm rolling 3d6.
Yep, and tell me what the highest one is.
The highest one, I got triple 5s.
Triple 5s. Okay, so you see something cool and shiny underneath the pigeon. But it also it's pretty good. But you're heading down there and like you're pecking at this pigeon and you're fucking him up and there's pigeon blood and feathers all over the place. And you see something shiny down there. But then all the other pigeons are about to just jump on you, and then after you realize that he's in the shit unless somebody helps him out.
I look around for something that I might be able to use to distract the pigeons.
All right, what does your eye fall on?
It is. I don't exactly know what this is, but I have a pretty good idea that it's bad. It's a big bottle in the trash can, and it's got a skull and crossbones on it.
Okay, what are you going to try to do with the bottle then? Well, let's roll your dice first, and then we'll find out how it goes, and you can narrate how it goes and what you do.
Was it
So
2 dice or 3 dice?
I think this is a crow thing, right? So roll your crow dice, which I think is 4 for you. What the highest one is?
I got a 6. 6 and a 1, you said, right? If that's
Yeah.
a thing. Okay, so I got a 6, 1, 4, and 5.
Okay, so you see, or so that's you got a 6, so it's good enough to do it. So you succeed. Whatever you do, it's going to help win the fight against the pigeons. But also, there's an untold secret here. So the untold secret is that the kid actually has used this bottle to poison the bread that he fed the pigeons, and the pigeons are all going to die.
Oh, that's what I was going to do with it. So I was like, okay, cool. So
It's going to take a while.
Yeah, I saw him do that, and so I thought maybe I can do that same thing. And I, you know, are they gonna do I think that they're gonna actually kill my buddy?
It looks like they're jumping on him now. He's yoinking off some feathers. He's fighting them, pecking at him too. It looks like he's doing a lot of damage, but yeah, he's definitely going down.
Try me.
Okay.
I killed your friend. I don't give a shit. He looked at us funny. Go ahead. Try me.
So all right, so I'll take
Kill you too.
I'll take that bottle, and while they're distracted, I'll go see if I can't like get it to flip onto and pour more onto all of the bread that they've been eating.
Okay.
And then pretend to like, be eating it so that they'll be like, oh shit, my bread.
All right. Yeah, you draw their attention, and they're suddenly distracted from the whole life and death murder situation, and pay attention to food again and start eating because pigeons are stupid. But yeah, at least you killed that one, and you got the shiny thing, whatever that is. You see out of the corner of your eye down the sidewalk, that kid took out some more bread and tossed it to several crows that you know. Before you get a chance to say anything, they gobble it up. It's poisoned, you know it.
Oh, no.
That kid just killed some more crows too. He's not just out for pigeons. He's just out to kill whatever birds he can.
Yeah. Can I say that the cool and shiny thing? Do I have control over who gets
Sure.
it or you? Yeah. I want a key. I want this guy's key. He dropped his key because like in this massive like pigeon feeding frenzy that he's created to kill all of these pigeons near his apartment. He's lost his key, and he's obviously mad about it.
All right,
He had to pay the
key.
Yeah, he had to pay the $30 to replace his key with the association of the building, and so he's just like really mad and upset about it, and that's why he's poisoning all of them. Yeah. Great. So yes, so I have this key, and I'm like, hey, buddy, look what I found. What do you think this is?
Ah, that's like that's a door thing.
Pigeons
what they
around you
put in
start
the
dying.
doors. Oh yeah, don't eat the bread. But you'll get a kick out of this here in a minute. But yeah, that's a door thing. That'll get us in the door.
What door? And I look down and I see the rich kid, like he spotted me holding his stupid key. And I'm like, oh, it's that asshole. He's the one he's poisoning all of our friends too.
Ah, what a cocksucker.
And he's killing all these pigeons too. They're mine to kill.
Yeah, he sees the crows looking at him, giving you a weird look, and sort of looks around, like reaches in, and he doesn't have any more poisoned bread left, so he closes up the briefcase and starts running for the apartment. Looks like he'll get there in just over 2 minutes. Maybe he'll be safe then. I don't know, because I don't know if crows know how to use keys.
Okay, so I think it's time for the ultimate vengeance.
What do you want to do?
Well, we murder him, we just rip out his fucking neck. I'm already practiced at that.
All right, so you're gonna fly at him and try to peck at his neck then, just like you did with the pigeon.
Can I have the door thing?
Yeah,
I'm gonna see if I can. Do something in his house.
Yeah. I'm gonna chase him in, and you go get him.
Awesome.
All
All
right.
right, so you chase at him, pecking him. Go ahead and roll your murder dice for that.
Okay. I got that was cocked. A 4.
A 4. Okay, so it could be worse. If a friend jumps in to help, you can get it done. I think I'm going to vary that on this. So you do start to chase him, but he swings his heavy briefcase at you and just smacks it. He like just you feel a crack and a horrible pain as he just busted one of your legs. Like you can still fly and flop around, but it hurts like hell. And like when you land, it hurts even more.
Oh, he's gonna pay for that, you bastard!
But he gets in the apartment, gets to the elevator, doors close before you manage to quite get up to it, and he's going up towards his apartment. Opti, what have you been doing in the meantime? Flying off with the key.
I was gonna fly to try to unlock the door and get into the apartment.
All right, so you go flying up to the. You happen to know which apartment it is because you have cunning and know-how, I guess.
Yeah.
and you happen to know what apartment it is. You get in there and you use the key. With kind of weirdly, and the door is still kind of left ajar. But you get in, and the kid comes running in behind you, not realizing that a crow has already entered, not even noticing the door is ajar. Slams it, locks the deadbolt, and closes it. Turns around. Oh, I'm safe. I'm safe. It's okay. It's just a bunch of dumb birds.
I'm gonna look around to see if I see anything else with the skull and crossbones symbol on it.
Yeah, there's several bottles, all prepared for further outings.
All right. Is there a window?
Yes, there are windows.
All right, so I'm gonna wait until like a moment, right? I assume this kid's not just gonna stand idly by the door.
He starts wandering around and doing aimless things in his house.
All right, I'm gonna try to open the window to let my friend in and tell him the plan. Meanwhile, I'm trying to pay attention to see what this kid, and if he eats or drinks anything while I'm paying
murder
attention.
roll.
Give me you want a murder roll for me?
Yeah, you're trying to open a window and let your friend in to help plan the murder. So you're on a roll to see how you do.
Oh, I thought that was a crow thing to solve simple puzzles or open locks.
Open locks, sure. I suppose. Okay, go ahead and do the crow thing then.
Well, I got a 4.
A 4. Okay, so you do get up to you starting to like open it up, and first you try the key and then you drop it, and you do get the window unlocked. But when you do, you sort of turn and see, and we're out of time. So when you do see is a heavy briefcase coming down to crush you.
Oh no!
The window's been unlocked, but you get crushed, and then he opens up the window and chucks you out. And you try to flap your wings, but they're broken, and you tumble to the ground. Where you meet,
fuck that kid up.
you meet quite an unpleasant end, as your friend who had fluttered inside chasing this rich asshole into the elevator. When you try to go flopping about, and you just can't find the exit, and finally someone with this large pole arm with these spiky bits, like it's a broom, just beats you to death with it.
Aww.
And then you're thrown out in the garbage.
A pole arm with spiky bits. It's a broom.
Yep. All right, so thus ends thus is the ignominious end of the crows.
So close to killing him.
All right, so there we are. We played through Murder of Crows. It was a rushed game, so I sort of cut it off there with an unpleasant end, but I think it was still fun.
Yeah, it was.
I think with a game like this, it almost doesn't matter whether you succeed or fail or whatever. You're just doing something obnoxious.
I'm upset with myself. I need to own something that I had used cocksucker as a negative, and I've really been trying to get away from that. Using like sex or body part based humor to as a negative thing. So I apologize. That was just me getting caught up in the moment. I've been trying to do better. So thank you for bearing with me as I try to get better.
Cool. I didn't even notice.
It didn't bother me in the context of the asshole crow who was, just, a foul-mouthed bastard. So You know,
I got caught up in the pun, right? Caw!
right. Yeah.
Don't worry about
I chuckled at that.
it.
No,
But yeah.
I mean, it's a safe place to own your stuff and to get better. So I might as well, right? There's no harm in owning your shit and trying to get better.
Agreed. Well, what did you think about the game?
I have a bias, but I really like this one. Yeah, this one's fun. I think getting into the attitude of a crow that literally wants to murder rich people is pretty right up my wheelhouse, I think.
Yeah, I'd like to see this with maybe, I think this could have been, they could have used the other side of the page and given some more prompts, I think. But it was just a fun thing to play with. It was part of a game jam, I believe. Let me see if I can find the reference to that. But I don't have that in front of me. Sorry. It was from 2019. So it's been up for a little while. I've been meaning to play it for some time. And it was fun to get a chance to have it hit the table. What about you, Oz? What do you think?
Yeah, I liked it. I also thought it was really clever to use that poem about counting crows to like actually mechanize it in some way, where like 2 1s and the 2 5s and the 6 and 1. I thought that was actually really, really clever. Yeah. Of course, I mean, like every one-page RPG has its own like interesting, unique flavor of some kind. So like that was fun. But I also really like when one-page RPGs take a little extra creative liberty in creating some interesting mechanics, using their theme as inspiration.
Yeah, it was fun that they came up too. I was a little bit disappointed with our game last week, where no one ended up having laser feelings. So.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to see that side of it as much. But,
I'm finding that I really like random generation tables. Like that's what I'm looking forward to each time we play these. It's like, cool, we get to roll on the random generation table.
Yeah, and actually I will say random gen tables, I like them better in one-page RPGs and narrative stuff more than I like them in games like D&D or Shadowrun that have like a lot of extra mechanics, because I know that every time I'm going to roll on those tables, I'm going to have to look at stuff for reference of some kind, or I'm going to be like, what is that? And I have to find out. Like, these are just very simple, quick, and direct, and it give an immediate prompt and a jumping off point. And I don't necessarily...
They're flavorful and funny. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely an advantage of one-page RPGs.
Like, talk shit about crows. It's like, we're going to murder that guy.
Right. Yeah. So, Murder of Crows by Luke Jordan, games from the Wildwood. It is available on Pay What You Want on itch.io. So just go to itch.io and search A Murder of Crows. You will find it there. Just look for the one with the blood splotch on it. It's easy enough to get to, and try it out.